something that, might come across as magic when I talk about it, but most people are applying creams and balms and stuff like that to their body, when the truth is that we can activate, and we have the capacity to activate this inner balm, this inner cream. Let's talk about, like, if you think about applying a cream to your body so that it relieves joint aches and pains, that it reduces inflammation, right? So you think, okay, if somebody could just massage my lower back, if somebody could just put some balm or some cream on my lower back, the pain will go away. Well, what if I was to tell you that you have the capacity to apply that inside the body to stimulate the healing process and also reduce inflammation and get rid of the pain for good once and for all, to get to the root of it? And so the way that we do that is through specific movements, right? Specific movements done in a specific way, right? This is mechanically correct movements, right? If you're doing incorrect movements on a place that already has pressure and torque and stress and inflammation, it's just going to cause more pain. But when it's done correctly and you activate synovial fluid, you activate the energy and the cells in the area correctly, you are going to lubricate and literally apply a balm to the area that is affected through the movement. And this is what we teach, because this is fixing the problem at the root, rather than being dependent on other things like balms and massages and stuff like that, which is great and they can be helpful, right? And I'm not discounting any of that. But if you want full power and full control, then you want to know what your body is capable of and what you are capable of helping your body out at any point in time by specific movement patterns. So for people who are on here, I'd love to hear where you're checking in from. Also, if you can hear me well, I'd love to know that. So if you could leave a comment below where you're checking in from, what problem you might be dealing with, if you're dealing with back pain or if you're dealing with, chronic, stiff, achy back, this video might be perfect for you, because in a second I'm actually going to stand up and I'm going to show you one thing that you can do right now, which is something that everybody does all day, every day, and they don't know that this is one thing that can actually help them on their healing journey. And sometimes people look at it as a bad thing, and what I'm talking about is walking. The simple act of walking has the capacity to heal lower chronic back pain, because it can literally lubricate the joints, and there's not many other exercises that are as powerful for the pelvic area as walking. It just depends on how you're walking, right? What's your body posture? And why are you walking a certain way that may be causing more pain? Some people will actually start to walk and say, no, I'm not doing that. Causes more pain. Because if you're walking slowly or in an incorrect body position, you will actually cause more pain in the lower back. So if you'd like to see me get up here, or if you guys have any questions right now, I'm going to put the camera on a tripod and I'm just going to show you in position a marching technique that you can do that will help your spine, it'll help your hips, and actually for some of you it might even get your cardio going. So this is something that can be very helpful for you. So yeah, go ahead and leave your information below where you're checking in from. I will show you real quick a marching technique that you can do. Hopefully the camera stays in there. All right, so if you look at posture, right, a lot of people are like this. In fact, different cultures walk differently with specific postures. Americans, it's been studied, have a tendency to look down when they're walking, whereas Russians open up their chest and their head is up. That's the ideal position, because if you're in a rounded position while you're walking, a lot of the stress is on the lower back, right? So first we want to get our posture correct, right? So if we're going to do marching, we want chest up, head back, spine in alignment, right? So if you saw how I was before, imagine walking like this. Does that look good? First off, that's another video, but I've gone into that before, what that does to your whole mind-body connection. It throws everything off. So just standing in a good posture actually recorrects your brain's connection to the spinal cord and helps you send more positive, mindful messages throughout the spine. This position actually is like a depressive position. Your actual thoughts will contract and you will have worse thoughts than you would just by correcting your posture. That's a totally different video, but I'm going to show you here. From here, we want to get in this position. Now we're in correct spine pattern. Now from here, we stand forward. Another way to do it is you can just raise your shoulders up, open your arms, and then drop your shoulders, and that'll put you in the right position. Now from here, we're just going to march, right? So what we don't want to see is as you go to lift up, you're dropping the shoulders, right? So you're staying in this position, your abs are braced, and now opposite arm, opposite leg. If you have problems doing opposite arms, opposite leg, which many people do, there's a dysfunction in your pattern movement, and you may want to go back even further to doing like a dead bug exercise. But now we're just going to talk about marching. So you're going to get into this position, you're going to march, keeping your posture up like you have a string pulling the top of your head up. And now you're just going to march, keeping your abs fairly firm, right? And opposite arm, opposite leg. Okay, so just doing this, you're pulling the leg up, right? So doing this is now helping the hip mobilize. It's actually engaging your abs and helping your posture. And so just doing this will have positive impact on this whole region connected with your lower back. Now, to move further on to that, when you walk, the arm, it should be freely. You should actually have a gait that's kind of swinging, good posture. You're standing upright, right? So I'll show you maybe in this short. So you actually want to walk with speed. The slower that you walk, the more pain you will have. And the more you walk with fear of, it's going to hurt, the more you contract. The more there's contraction, so fear causes contraction. The more there's contraction, the more the cells are tightened up. The more injury can be caused by that contraction. Now, if we kind of let go, you can even send, remember, your mind and your heart are electrical and magnetic, just like every cell in your body. So when we send fear thoughts, we are in contraction, and healing can't happen in contraction. Healing happens in expansion. So when we let go, so if we sit there and we just think about our thoughts and think, are we in fear or are we in, healing, love? You can send that information to the area that you are having a problem with, right? You'll notice, and this is something from Dr. Sarno's book where it's like he talks about the emotional attachment to the area of the pain, right? Where you are holding tension, where you're holding fear. So just consciously relax that part of the body. You might think, well, oh wait, I am holding tension in my lower back all the time. And that tension is limiting the energy and the blood flow and the oxygen, and that is part of the reason why I have back pain. Now, with movement, it can start to release these parts of the brain that are causing the contraction. But you can also do it consciously with using your brain to think about the area of your body plus movement. And this is part of what we teach. And this is what we teach is specific movements done in a specific way is medicine. And this is how we get to the root of the problem, like our back pain relief program. So, just walking is like medicine, right? People talk about the 10,000 steps for weight loss or keeping the calories down. Well, we could talk about it specifically for joint inflammation going down, chronic pain going down. So just something simple as walking, which is what we all did for thousands of years to get to anywhere that we needed to get to do the things that we needed to do. For example, one of the best things for your spine is actually carrying heavy things at your side. Now, most people today can't do that because they haven't progressed to that level, and they have atrophied their body to a point where they would have to slowly progress to get to that. Now, we naturally did those things hundreds of years. We would go to the well, we'd fill up 2 buckets of water, and then we'd walk, who knows, maybe some people had to walk a mile to get back. Some people are doing this still to this day. I'm talking about mostly the West, right? But people are walking with buckets that weigh, 10, 15, 20 pounds each, and then they walk for a mile. Do you think they have back pain? No, because the compression, the torque that they have to create to utilize their body is actually helping it, right? Contrary to what some people might think is, oh, well, that is hard on your body. That's hard on your back. It's actually helpful and healing for the body. Our body was designed to move and designed to move a lot. And what happens is when we stop moving and we move incorrectly, that's when the body says, hello, there's pain. The reason why there's pain is because you're not utilizing me. You're not activating me. You're not getting me the nutrients and the blood flow that I need to keep this part of my body healthy, clean, and etc. So that's something that's very important to understand about movement. So walking is healing. The more you can walk fluidly without fear, right? Just letting the arms swing, being able to just flow naturally, keeping the body posture up and swinging the arms. You can start by trying the marching, right? Body posture up. And you'll notice that your hips feel better, your posture feels better, and overall you are feeling better. So movement is key. Remember, you have the ingredients mentally and emotionally and physically inside to heal your body, to heal what you're dealing with. And so that's part of my mission. That's what I'm here for, is to teach you how to get to the root of what is causing the pain so that you can solve it and learn how to solve it on your own so you're not dependent on other people to do it for you, which is not fixing the root of the issue. So if you haven't tried our back program, Back Pain Relief for Life, I'd highly recommend you trying that. And it's designed specifically to help with flexibility, mobility, decompression of the spine, getting more blood flow, nutrient, and oxygen. And remember, the mobility of your spine is essential to your age, right? So there's a direct correlation between the mobility of your spine and how young you are internally. So keeping your spine mobile, keeping your spine hygiene well is key to longevity, vitality, etc. So that's what these videos are about. Go ahead and leave your comment below. I'd love to know, again, where you're checking in from and what issues you might be dealing with. I hope you guys have a great day.